Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back to City Skylines. We are one day too early for the new university expansion. It comes out tomorrow, so I don't think we'll get to really experiment with that until next week. And we do have our kind of perfect place over here for university. We may move some of the things that we've installed over here just to make room for all the very specific university buildings and areas here. But, man, look at all these people going to and from the subway here. Awesome. But today, we'll do some different work. We did a lot of parks last time. In fact, let's take a look here and see kind of how that turned out. Leisure, yeah, is blue all across our city. We can actually do some expanding this time, and right now, we have a demand for industrial. Now, we already have our industrial areas, and some of them could probably use some leveling up. But also, another thing that I wasn't sure about, that I hadn't really looked at recently, was in the industrial tab here. Let's take a look. More industry. Unique factories. So we had already built the furniture factory for wood. We actually need the ore equivalent of this. So let's see here. Printing press. Soft paper factory. See, we can actually place some of these other things into some of our other areas as well. This converts, let's see, Paulco Industrial Steel Plant produces machine parts, tools, and other industrial grade steel products. Industrial steel plant needs metals for the production, packaging. Unique factories can be placed outside the industrial area. So let's take a look here at our Orsum district here. We are producing metals. What was the factory we put down here? This was one of the specific, the glass manufacturing plants. So we're making glass from the ore as well. But one thing that we could do, and maybe we'll want to take a little bit of traffic off of this left-hand side, and maybe it'll be a good idea for something right down here. But let's go ahead and plan another small industrial kind of processing area down here for some more jobs, because people are looking for more jobs in our city. Let's see. Now the best way off of this, let's go ahead and plan it now, is going to be a couple of exits down onto a 4-lane industrial road. Well, we've done a bit of that over here. How did that turn out? Well, this we ended up having to do bypasses. This is just a 2-lane road onto the circle. Do we want to do something like this? They have to stop and turn in, which is really kind of slowing down this other side. Hold on a second, let's take a look at this. Just a moment. Let's look at our lane specifics here. You have to go to here. How about that? And then you can get over here if you need to. Is that what's going to happen? Yes. So they're still going to stop here and get over. Oh wow, these cars. What are you doing? This is terrible traffic etiquette. May not have helped as much as I wanted it to. But yeah, let's do our usual here where these lanes do have to turn in. Actually, this one can go to this second lane. And this I'd like to actually get over. They can merge if they need to, which they all apparently need to. They're all headed this way. Can we expand this to 4 lanes and then allow more in? Let's try that. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. And then what we'll do here is set our lanes specifically for this. You turn here, you turn here. You can turn here, or you can go straight across. Oh. We have accidentally upgraded this section here. And we need these to be one-ways. Let's get the road selection tool on. The net picker. Can we use it? There we go. Upgrade you back in the correct direction. Okay, now we're good. Unpause. These guys were getting super confused. Sorry, you're gonna have to go way around. But yeah, now you should be good. Once the road is unblocked. What's tied up? I don't think that this is normally as tied up as it looks. I think this just happened because everybody turned down here all of a sudden. There we go. People are turning out. Let's reevaluate this again then. Let's say... Oh, because we upgraded it, it did change. So let's say this lane turns. This lane can go across. This lane turns. Some of these can combine. You know what though? I don't really like that second lane coming in the middle here. Let's say if you want to go across, you have to go there. This lane can turn off. This lane can turn off. We don't have very many coming in from this middle lane here. Hey, Craig. National Highway and Safety Board. It knows. Okay, so are they stopping? They are kind of stopping here. That's not the main problem, though. Their issue is getting onto the circle. I don't want to do a whole lot of traffic today. We just kind of stumbled on this as soon as we came on because we were looking for a new place for industrial. We have a little bit of industrial demand, so we're going to try to do some industrial updates and expansion today. Alright, so we've allowed them to pull out into that intersection. Let's say this right here. It's interesting, they're going into this second lane, which they can do. So if they want to continue, they need to be in one of these lanes. Is that going better? Maybe. Oh, there's a weird... I don't remember giving this option before, allowing them to turn out into the second lane. But for whatever reason, that's causing an issue. So they have a little stretch here where they can get over if they need to actually get over for another lane. Is everybody that's coming this way actually going down here, or is that because I have this lane? Yeah, they should be able to change lanes in here. Let's hope. And now we have a little bit of a tie-up here, and an autosave. Okay, this is multiple lanes. They're going, they're just going a little slow. Give them a single bypass here. From here to here. If they want to use that instead. That might help if they're going this direction, but why they would go, I don't know. They may come all the way around the loop for that. This is still kind of weirding me out too. This was happening last time. Getting on here. Okay, they're getting way over because they want to be in a specific lane here. They want to be on the far left here. And we straightened these out for some reason before. I think it was because there was traffic building way up here. But really what we did is we pushed a weird merge that was happening up here down into this area, and I'd rather it be up here, honestly, because that's just causing more trouble for the circle. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of these. Clear these out. So I think it's about time to crack open a cold one. Cheers. why do they really want to be... So they want to be in these top lanes if they're moving straight up here. Let's, instead of converting this second lane into going either way, let's say you can't go right from this lane. Instead you can go straight from this lane. So you have 2 lane options here to get over. I may have just undone something that we did to prevent traffic before. People getting over to go to the right, that's fine. I'd like to see people getting over to go to the left. Whoa, that police officer was driving in the... Man, he was flying. I feel like he was driving in the grass there for a second. Okay, so now they're kind of backing up here. Yeah, this is what was happening before. They're merging to go straight. Through here in the far left. Can we tell this that you need to already be in these lanes? I don't know if that's going to make a difference. This is pretty much what we did before. We pushed the merge way back. Not 100% sure what the solution for this would be. I mean, we could try to clear these out, undo them. There may be a hotkey for that, but... Hey, Matt. Welcome. We're just trying to fix some lane management here really quick, and then we're going to expand our industrial area today. I did pick up the new buses as well, so we can maybe take a look at that in a bit. I actually picked up 3 different articulated buses, because one of them looked particularly interesting. Yes. And I got the, actually got an experimental 3-section articulated bus. Alright, so I'm undoing everything that we did on these 2 interchanges here just to see if it unconfuses the traffic, because they are quite confused right now. Nice. Yeah, we'll try them. Okay, so the real confusion with them here is that they're getting over... Yeah, I think that's what the capacity was for that one. So they're coming from here, crisscrossing here, depending on the lane that they need to be in. That's not as cool. And then they're coming over here, and they're getting over and merging. Yeah, right now it is, particularly. And I'm trying to think of what the best thing might be for this. Because this is backing all the way up to here, which isn't as bad. In fact, I think it may have gotten a little bit better since we removed our lane restrictions. Tunnel or an overpass. That would just like add yet another lane, wouldn't it? You know what though? Let's see if they get less confused with fewer options. Here's my thinking. 2 lanes instead of 3. And this lane can only go off. So then, if they want to go straight, they have to be here. They can get into whatever lane they want once they get up here. Okay, so they're going to cross over here. You know what? This isn't necessary. If they want to go over here, they can go over here to either of those lanes. And if you're here, you need to go over there. Undo that? Why? Look at that. Oh, you were saying undo the lane. Yeah. You agreed with me. I get it now. So fewer options. You know what? That's like an allegory for real life. If you give idiots fewer options, then they're more controlled. I'll be nice. Our Sims are lovely people. Speaking of lovely people, check out Chicken Road. It's getting more suburban. Actually, this is kind of like a fancy future house over here. It's got solar panels on the roof. Look at that one. Still content to live at the end of a dirt road. In fact, they may reach their 5th level. Eye on the hog. So, back to what we were originally talking about when I first got on. Yeah, everything looks like it's flowing well now. I think what we're going to do is do some unique industrial buildings just off to this right-hand side here, and kind of cut back on some of the traffic that we have coming off over here for export. Now, we may yet increase the amount of traffic coming from down here in this area up onto this circle, in which case we might do like a tunnel or something and give them a bypass. But what we're going to do is we're going to put in a plant that is going to convert metal, metal into high-grade steel products for export. And we'll give them a connection to the highway. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, do I want it to go down here instead of up here? Let's take a look at our natural resources one more time. Not that I always want to follow those. We have oil all through here. We're not really going to tap into that because we have other stuff built there. We'll go somewhere else for oil if we want oil. It's really just the woods that would be forestry, but our forestry industry is over here in Applegate, so I think down here might be a better idea, actually, because then we can get a bypass over to the cargo ships, and they can get onto the highway if they need to go out of town or up to our train. So yeah, we'll put it like down in this area here. Let's go ahead and do a similar on and off ramp, and we'll come straight out from this circular overpass here. Let's see, which road do we want to go with for this one? Well, we are going to have a lot of trucks coming on and off, so my practice, again, is to get the roads with the industrial dividers in between. Which, let's go ahead and borrow that from the ore district here. These types of roads. So this, I'm going to go ahead and place one block down. We'll go ahead and build it all the way out. Let's go ahead and give a couple of highway on and off ramps here. The usual. In fact, let's see if we can get it to curve a bit better. Let's snap one there. One here, and then we need to give them our own little curve if we want them to flow a little bit better than usual. If we can. Just kind of eat into each other. No, that's not going to work. I mean, it'll work, but... And actually, that's the wrong direction. Rotate. And let's actually pop that one back off. So this I want to flow on at that angle. It's a little hard to get the same angle off, so I don't mind if they slow down coming off a little bit. Let's go ahead. I'll place it there. Again, we need to rotate. There we go. Alright, and then for our lanes, we actually want to tell this, don't U-turn. The very first thing someone did was U-turn. Okay, you're coming straight off. Perfect. Perfect, okay. Looking good. So they're gonna come off here into this area. Let's plan it for over here. We'll do a little offshoot road. We'll use the same type. We'll come off. Let's come in 2 blocks. Up here and come back towards the water here. There we go. So our unique building is this one here, the industrial steel plant. Production rate 6,400 units per 10 minutes. Freight truck count 10. Noise pollution costs 75,000. We'll need to get some water and electricity out here. But yeah, look how big that is. So that's actually bigger even than I thought. but it sticks out in that direction. So I think what we'll want to do... Ooh, okay. We're not anarchying it in. We'll actually move that road down some. Because that is a ginormous building. And we will have it come back towards the road, because why not? Or, you know what? Let's do the opposite. Let's actually have the road closer. And then place it over here if we can. Too close to the water. And then we'll do the other side. We can do some other industrial stuff over here. So bring this. Yeah, we can do it this close. Why not? There we go. And we'll already have the electricity right next door here. There we go. In fact, we'll go ahead and bring it in some so we can even line that road with other things if we need it. Yeah, we'll place it there. Holy cow, look how big that is. Let's go ahead and get water. Let's come off of this up the main road. Bring this over. And there we go. Electricity is connected, yep. Barely reaches over here, but that looks like it's connected. Unless it yells at us that it's not. I wonder if this has a lot of workers. Not enough special goods. So trucks are going to start bringing the special goods down here. Wondering if and when we could see, you know, if a lot of workers need to be down here. Let's place some parking nearby. Let's at least give it an aesthetic of being an industrial workplace. So let's say... some of our parking lots. 3x8. No, that's the deep kind. 4x8. They're all similarly deep instead of wide. Picnic park. Realistic rural parking. I have to look at these fresh every time. 5x6 corner, chill park. The diagonal parking, their paint didn't really work. 5x10. We could squeeze some parking in right here. How does that look? I kind of like that. That look at booth. Alright, so I'm thinking that we also would like to give them a way that's not required to go up and over in order to get to the cargo ships. But how do we want to do this? Do we want to allow them to just come on to this road here? Maybe with a little like underpass road, a little service road. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll bring it in. We'll make an intersection here. We'll just do a little 2-lane tree-lined service road here. Let's bring it off with a curve. Kind of come up here. Kind of curve around this way. Nice. And then we'll bring it straight under. Straight under and connect right over here. Let's connect to... We'll connect to this one. Now they'll have to go around. If they are bringing, you know, trucks are coming down through here. It's interesting, it actually cut off the trees to be an underpass, it looks like. Unless I chose a different kind. We'll upgrade it if that's the case. Yeah. Uptime. So my uptime macro worked, but it didn't actually post, did it? Weird. I'll have to figure that out later. Let's go ahead and... There we go. That's what that was meant to be. So some trucks are going to want to go ahead and pick up maybe raw industrial materials. I don't know if we're the only ones that produce that or if they come from out of town or not, but they may want to go this way. I would hope that this direction isn't a faster way onto the interstate. I don't want to see trucks going this way just to get onto the highway like that one's doing. Let's watch these guys. If they're all turning left here, then I don't know. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. You're going up. Whereas your other path would have been to come up through here, go up, turn, then get on, then go up. We'll keep an eye on this. If we start getting a whole lot of trucks down through here, then that'll be a problem. We'll go ahead and get rid of the traffic lights. How are you looking? Production rate 100%, operating normally. Material cost 1,000, production value 6,400. So I believe that means that we're already making money, or at least we're starting to, or once we start actually exporting freight trucks and use 0 out of 10. So I wonder if like new freight trucks will come out of this facility. That's kind of cool. So our other unique buildings, we already made the paper one, the furniture factory. That was the one that we made. Where do we put the furniture factory? That was this one, right? That's the biomass pellet plant. There's the furniture factory. So it's been producing furniture. That's awesome. This still looks like it's accepting trucks in and out without much traffic here. That's the one thing that I was worried about. So, okay. Let's go ahead and plan out our new industrial workplaces here. We want to build off of this. I didn't expect this to be as large as it is. So maybe we actually bring this road down and over some. Maybe give it like a curve and bring it up around the water. So we will kind of bring this over here. Up and over. Yeah, like that. And we'll bring it straight through here. So now I'm thinking that this could come over here. Pause for a moment. Let's fix this power line, which may or may not be required in the same way. In fact, let's go ahead and bring this power line up this way. Water and across this street. There we go. Let's tear this one down. I love that you can click and drag without worrying about tearing anything else up. It saves the thing that it remembers the thing that you're actually bulldozing and it tears up that one thing. Okay, so now what we've done here is we've extended this over, so then I'd like to have a second block come down away from here. There we go. We can extend this down to match. Bring it up. We have a couple of bisecting roads here. Can we get a straight line? Yeah, that's not too weird. It's a little crooked, but I think the land is just a little tilted there. And then let's do another in the middle here. It may be a modded road. It may have come with the Traffic Manager President Edition, maybe? I don't have a whole lot of modded roads in, but this is the one, the industrial road with the little stanchions in the middle that keep the trucks from crossing over. And we'll do one here. Yeah, there we go. Let's also make sure we turn off the traffic lights at these intersections. We want the trucks to flow in and out freely. Don't anticipate any traffic off the top. These noises. Okay. Now let's plan out some industrial blocks. Simple as paint. We could probably do some office buildings as well. It's been a while since we've done an office neighborhood. Let's actually use the marquee tool for this. Put some here along the road. Oh, we're paused. We don't need to be paused anymore. Okay. We're going to do the internal parts first. Just trying to think if they can get around appropriately. Oh, electricity did get disconnected here, didn't it? Let's bring one across the street here. There you go. Not too bad. No. And let's plan out our water a little bit better. Let's bring this one all the way down, up, and back. It's so busy. So our underground, perspective is off just a little bit. There we go. So it makes it feel like you're clicking on something floating just above it to the side some. It's interesting. Alright, so industry is going to start moving in. It is 2:30 p.m. on a Thursday. So they should build for the next few minutes. They only really slow down after 6, 8 p.m. Seeing a lot of traffic up there in the distance. They're flowing through. They're just slowing down a lot as they're doing it. We'll keep an eye on them. It's backing up. They're not using multiple lanes. These two are merging here. That's causing a backup. That doesn't need to be there. We could do something similar here where we take, I like this new trick, take a 2-lane road. There you go. And then these two go straight across. Well, I guess, there's no reason for that. They have to merge anyway. And then we could tell this here. Might just work to tell them that they have to go straight here. And they may just get on in their corresponding lanes. Yeah. They can merge over here if they need to, which they will. They'll pull all the way up here and merge. That's fine-ish. This is still working just fine. That's better. I think our lesson here should be fewer of these 3 lanes merging and more 2 lanes getting on and off of highway if we have a highway traffic circle. This is still a problem. I'm gonna do something funky here because a lot of these people are getting over to the left and then wanting to get off here. Let's try something that is just for them. Hear me out here. Let's say if you're already way over here and you know you're gonna get off over here. Let's say you can go this way. You can come over here, down into this bypass tunnel, and then you can come up. Well, let's go straight for a moment. There we go. Then let's curve. Now the thing is, they may actually... No, they can go straight from here. going to give them a bypass option. It's meant to be more of an exit lane like that. I think that may have just confused them a little bit. Ah, there we go. Just a bit so they don't get too confused. There we go. That's probably like an S underneath here. Probably take this side. Make it make more sense. I think it's fine if they start using it. Take them a little while to realize that it's an option, though. I kind of feel like I want to make that lane just for that exit too. Yeah, force them and see what happens. That's what I was thinking. So like right here, this lane, like orange goes across, purple goes across. So if they need to go across, they get in that lane. You got to get off. Odds are you're probably headed in that direction anyway, so sorry if I sent you the wrong way, but give you a little bypass, see what happens. They're blocking this. Let's tell this side. Well, I was gonna say let's tell this side they have to get over, but they may have to get off here, and that may become an issue. They could get over here, like they could cross over here, which will be kind of a pain, but not a lot of people get off here, I think. So let's tell this that you've got to go over here. Let's see what that does. They should come out on the other side of the road. I was thinking that, because they do essentially cross over. We could make that happen. Let's do that, actually. Because that crossed my mind when I was building it. Let's pause time for just a moment. Let's say what we want here. We still want the underpass. Well, actually, we'll keep the tunnel here. Excuse me, hiccups. Okay, let's move this down. Let's grab the nodes here. Move it down. Give it a different curve in a moment, make it look better. But, so now this is essentially an intersection. Let's, in fact, just go take this off and say, connect a little lower than you did before. Connect down here now. There we go. We'll bring you up here. And give it a better curve. It's saying, okay, yeah, that icon right there is for the underground road, so we're good. Let's grab that type. Let's page down to get underground. Connect to that. And bring it up here like this. And still allow it to connect early. That way, if they do need to cross over, they can cross over and get off here. And now we don't have any traffic to watch because they cleared out when I got rid of the road. Let's watch it for a moment, just make sure it's working. Lots of people on that side are using that lane and getting off. That's great. And zoom out just a little bit, give it a little overhead view here. It's working better. There should be some people coming from down here that should get off here. There's a truck. Let's kind of see how they behave when they come together. they slow down a bit. They merge into each other still. We can still tell this down here, hey, we want you to get over. But the thing is that might cause some further traffic, and honestly, just having them kind of work themselves out here. Or maybe this is a case where a 3-lane here, oops, turn around, would actually work out, because what we could do is we could say, okay, now this lane just goes here, this one goes here, and this seems like it should work, right? I mean, they can cross over here if they really need to get off, I would hope. I just don't see any good examples of it happening. Nobody gets off here. That's because it's just that, you know what, I'm not even thinking straight, really. It would only be the workers for the garbage that would get off there, so we're fine. Nobody will be U-turning anyway. There's the garbage truck. Garbage truck crossed over and got off, so it's working. That looks much better, and now this is terrible. So this little weird turn here, I don't really like that. I kind of want to take that out. Bring this directly in. That's what that should be. I think it was slowing some people down. Also, no light. I wish we could set a default for that. Also, you are allowed to pull into the intersections. There you're allowed, here you're allowed, here. There you go. You can pull across. There should be no reason for you to stop here. They're merging, is what's happening. Still a traffic light. There we go. You're getting on, you're getting on. There you go. They're just crossing all the way over. Sure, fine. That's what you're doing. As long as you're not getting in the way of anybody else. Okay, what else is slowing this down? This is also a traffic light that I thought we had gotten rid of. No? Was I wrong? They're turning on to the switchback here. Let's tell them that this lane turns. We can. It's hard to click on when the cars are in the way. There we go. And this lane goes straight. I don't know if that'll help or not. That may have been unnecessary. Yeah, they're just gonna like get over back here. And it was already the case that that lane turned and went straight, so let's not limit that lane. You could go straight if they wanted to. Sure. That was unnecessary. Okay. I think this is okay. I think this is a lot of traffic, but it's flowing. Back to our industrial area here. It is picked up, but we still have plenty of demand. I think we could do with maybe some side roads. Do we have any small industry road, two-way concrete road with 2 lanes? Small industry road is cheaper than regular 2-lane road, but generate more noise pollution, supports low traffic. I don't remember if this allows the trucks to get over in the middle of the lane or not. Let's take a look and see. I kind of like the aesthetic either way, so that's kind of cool. That's the type of road that you would see in an area like this. So yeah, let's go ahead and populate some more industry in here. Let's bring, you know what, let's go ahead and connect those, why not? Let's bring one in here. Saving room for happiness and commercial stuff like Orsum has. Yeah. Yeah, we have room for some commercial around the edge. I was thinking we would do the middle first, and then we may also need to put in a fire department, a police department, so we have a room around the edge for that. Let's go ahead and paint in yellow here. We'll see what that does for our industrial demand. Using that up nicely. Water is kind of iffy in here because I was so sloppy with it. There we go. And yeah, we can do some parks and commercial as well. Let's go ahead and do some low density commercial so that people can go get lunch. Let's do that along here. This may take a little while to develop. Let's actually just paint it all in here. There we go. This may take a little while to develop because there's no demand currently, but we'll see how that goes. And let's go ahead and give them the basics. Let's see. Firehouse. Fire station. We'll just do the smaller firehouse. We'll do it. We'll do it down at the end over here. And bring it a little bit. We'll do a police station. Gonna do that a little bit more in the middle here. And yeah, we could maybe do some plazas, some parks. Chill Park 6x5. What was the rating on that one? Entertainment 150. Yeah, that's a good one. We could plug that in kind of in between here, I bet. Maybe. If it'll snap to the road. It doesn't seem to want to snap to the road, interestingly. Yeah, it's like not zonable. I mean, I could kind of force it in, right? No. We'll pick a different one. Do a Sunset Park. Let's go try to squeeze that in over here. We can do it on the end. Yeah, because something down here is already giving some leisure. I'm not sure exactly what. They could actually still be getting a residual from like this unique building that we put in the circle over here. Okay, so we put in a park that didn't seem to impact the leisure very much. Why not? Park's operating normally. I don't like that. So we can find a better one then. Picnic park. What was the one that we were using? The Tranquility Park with the 250. Let's plug in a Tranquility Park up here. Or actually down here. By the police station. There we go. Could have been that this wasn't operating yet. 2 parks isn't going to hurt, though. There's your Tranquility Park. Nice. So one other thing I would like to do is dot in some other parking lots. Just for the people that work in this area. Vertical farm. That might be cool later. Which one did we pick? Big parking for shoppers. Parking zone 16 by 2. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, let's do some parking like down here on the end and see what that looks like. Kind of keep them off the road. Well, also, I don't think that they could park on the sides of these industrial roads, so that might be a cool place for them to park. They have crosswalks here, but we can give them another kind of here-ish. There we go. Take off the traffic light. I don't know if we'll have many pedestrians making their way over here. Now we do have, you know, quite a few people living over here in Pancake Town that are working in the Ore District, and they may also want to work over here in this area. In fact, let's give it a name. This doesn't have to be a specific industrial park. If we have any suggestions in the chat for a name we can consider, anything that you throw out that would be appropriate for this area. Right now it's Sunnyside Heights. What's that policy that it's got on? By default. It's got a heavy traffic ban by default. I'm gonna turn that off. That would not be useful for this area. Smoggy Side Heights, I like it. M-O-G-G. Smoggy Side Heights. Let's also make sure... Okay, Pancake Town has that high traffic ban. These others don't. Right, okay. It is going to get quite smoggy over here. Pollution's probably already started. Yeah, it's already polluted. I mean, look at the mountain. That's hilarious. But you know what? We separated it from our people. Our people have a high quality of living. We even were careful not to put them in an area with too much noise, and we were careful not to let the huge trucks drive through their neighborhood where they would obey the rules that we set out for them. I'm looking at you guys. Yeah. So let's see. You know what we can do? We can go ahead and connect this to... Why not? Can I give them two ways to get onto the highway? They don't have to drive down through here if we can just connect. So let's go ahead and grab that same type of road. I love this mod. I love the tool that lets you just pick the type that you've already used. So let's actually, let's do a straight road out. 2. And then curve towards the highway here. Just like that. Hey! Mykonos National Park has reached level 5, and we have unlocked bouldering sites, so we'll go try to add that in a moment as well. Let me straighten this out just a little bit. We want that pointing towards it. And let's get our highway on and off ramps here, just like we did before. Honestly, if they curve downward, then that is better for the flow of traffic. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, we want to give trucks the option to go on and off here, and people getting to work the option to get off. Down here. Nice. So we have a new district. This is actually filling out quite nicely. Let's take a big aerial look. Yeah, I'll take a look at the bus line next. Here's a big, let's go into, see if we can do it. There we go. So far up that we can't zoom in. It looks like it's moving very, very slowly. So this is our map overall, and we're just taking up this little chunk in the middle. We've already unlocked all the squares, but yeah, there we go. We can kind of do it this way. We have all of this area over here that we can expand into if we choose to. Nice. Okay. So this is going to need like a subway connection and possibly another bus line. So we can tie all that together. Let's go ahead and take a look at the subway. It's been a while since we've looked at that one. Here it is, the purple line. we've just got the one line right now that bounces back and forth. I think that we could kind of cheese it a little bit. We have a stop here. What if it just kind of snaked down? Would that be too many stops on one line? It's only 4 stops, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a stop. Well, there's a stop over here on this side, so it's not really that close to the Opera House. We could put one right here-ish. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm just trying to think of how I'd want to connect these. Let me actually do this. Let's pause. Let's take out a chunk of this. Just a bit. The line runs from over here. We could put a stop in here. Somewhere nearby to here. We can put one right there. So this could connect. Does that actually work that way? Let's just let it do its own thing. Okay, Metro Tunnel. This could connect to here. And then, what we could do is we could have this curve down. And through this area, allowing them to get off down here. So here's kind of what I'm thinking. We do a stop right here. They have the crosswalks, so they can walk to work. In fact, we can give them a newer, better one. Let's put it here. Yeah, like something like that. Tunnel in. There we go. And it's kind of angled funny, but we can then bring it up here. Connect it to this one. And then we can take this one out. So we've extended the commute just a little bit, but we don't have to add a bunch of complicated lines just yet. And this is probably the last time we can do that. Honestly, we would need to add more lines beyond this, I believe. Low density residential in your city, because it's kind of odd to hear loud rumbling some ways. You know, that would be weird if you were like in your residential home and you heard subway underneath, like in a tunnel. Probably makes sense too, because there aren't as many people living there. Let's just go ahead and delete the line and remake it. That was the right line, right? Yeah. Oh no, that was our tram line. Crud. Yep. You were paying attention. I was not. Let's get these added back in. There's no undo for that one. I don't believe. Let's put the tram line back in really quick. That's gonna be fun. You know what? That's probably not too bad, actually. Let's start there. Put one near the subway here. If I remember correctly, we just went about every, like, 2 blocks or so. It was a little bit more well thought out before, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah. All the menus are crammed together. Everything's on transport. So we had one, okay, yeah. We definitely had one out here, right there. And then we had one that came around to the circle here and lived it there. And then came back out. So now we just need to kind of match them back up again, like that. There's the next one. Kind of hard to see. There's one there. One there. There. And there. There we go. Is that the metro? That's the metro. Delete the metro line. Yes, I'm sure about that. to remake it because moving the tunnels made it a little wonky. So metros will start here. And they will just stop at each metro station. We've made this super easy to manage. Even though they have a bit of a long commute, they move very quickly. There we go, yeah, that's a stop. And then you come back. There we go. That was a little tough to click on. And end. We did it. Okay, let's unpause. Let's let our city run. I'm not a fan of letting it stay paused for too long. So we've added a subway down here. We want to make sure that people can just cross the road. We have a crosswalk over here. We'll give them an extra one. Tram line won't be the same. Do you remember what color it was? It was red, right? We could go in and manually change it back to red if it wasn't. Yeah, it looks like it made it purple. I kind of like that though. That's kind of my channel colors, blue and purple. I don't know. I'm gonna let that go for a little bit. I like that color, kind of an indigo. Mahogany. Yeah, it was kind of like a brownish red, wasn't it? So what I'd like to do, let's take a look at which bus line has the most traffic right now, or not traffic, the most people getting on the buses, and then we could try to do some of those articulated buses. Burgundy. It was puce. It was one of the two puces. So definitely the orange line. Refresh my memory here. Orange line is the one running up to this neighborhood through this high density commercial and residential area, and then connecting down here, excuse me, to this neighborhood, getting onto this tram and subway connection. Actually, not even a subway connection. Subway's all the way down here. So yeah, we'll try some articulated buses on this line first. How's that sound? Let's look at that line right there one more time. Okay, so we have these new flyers on here. Let's select types. Alright, so the ones that I got, I didn't necessarily list, but it's called experimental, and that's the one that I think we want to try. Remove the 40 footers and try the Arctics only. Where are the Arctics? Let's see. Hybrid A, 11, 155, 125, 130, 30. So maybe the one that I was looking at was this 155. Yeah, this is the experimental one that I was talking about. I'm gonna try this one. Add, oh no, not add vehicle, select types. We were doing that. There we go. And then the others that we had on here, let's actually go ahead and take these off and see if we can just add these experimental long buses. Well, these with 155 have 3 long sections, and I'm wondering, triple Arctics are 180. This Solaris Urbino is 155. I don't think I have the triple Arctic. Here no, these are the trams that are still getting spaced out. Oh yeah, we have to go down to the bus stop to see these pull out. Yeah, so this is the new experimental, like, triple wide or triple long bus. Look at that. Kind of reminds me of the new indie game that I want to try, Snake Bus, that just came out. That works like the game Snake, except you drive all around your town and you try not to wreck into yourself, and your bus gets longer the more people you pick up. driving out to the orange. They kind of turn white as you zoom out. Oh, he didn't stop there. That's for trams. He's not going to stop yet because the orange line doesn't start until way down here. What is going on down here? At least you're right near the water. But it looks like one of the campfire things caught on fire in our natural park in Mykonos. And now it's burning down a neighborhood. Well, the fire department has responded. I think that was just a park. So they're just gonna run through the park with a fire hose. And it worked. I wonder if these guys will just hang out until these are put out. Maybe, maybe not. There you go. Put them out. Nice. It looks like there were people kind of down that end of the park, but they definitely evacuated the flaming area. Look at this thing caught on fire. The hunting cabin. We did get something new for Mykonos Park. Let's take a look at that while we're here. It reached its full level. Let's see. That was this one, I believe. Nature Reserve Park. And we got this. Bouldering site. A small park with large rocks that can be used for bouldering. I wonder if people actually climb on it. That's kind of cool. We'll put it right here in the middle, right by its namesake. There we go. Oh, so they like climb on the boulders. That's pretty cool. Not super safe, but apparently they'll just chill or get stuck. I can't tell if she's distressed or not. Oh, he fell. She fell. That was actually kind of amazing. I wonder if that's just a looping animation and they just continuously fall. Someone in the background fell. Oh, they have mats. Local man, suspected of arson. Police say the Cozy Street resident was disgruntled over obstructed water views from the development of Mykonos Park. Turns out he lives right here. This is his backyard. There's his power scooter. And he used to be able to see the river just fine until they built this. Kind of an interesting thing to add, to have a little power scooter in the cardboard. Oh, nope. There he is. I saw him walk out. There she is. She would have gotten away with it too. Olivia. The popular residence. Let's see how this is looking. We're actually going to have an event. What event is this? The Opera House is going to have an event in the next 27 minutes here in town. So I'm kind of curious how many people come from this metro station. In fact, holy cow, there's a lot of people down there right now. Just traveling to and from work probably because they're not really walking over to the Opera House just yet. Oh, there's a few on their way. The mayor did accidentally delete the tram line. I'm a wanted man. But I'm seeking re-election, so I made them purple. I'm kind of curious how much traffic this is still generating. 10 visitors in the last 10 minutes. People should be making their way over here, though. it definitely connected a lot of these, and that's going to take some people off of those new orange buses. But yeah, tons of people using the subway, and that's awesome. And honestly, they're walking up this way anyway. Now, if they were going over to this side, though, they would use this walkway, so we're good. Some say it was no accident. The mayor's being influenced by the bus drivers union. The taxi union is the one you have to look out for. We should actually probably do more with policies, but I haven't really messed with them very much. Okay, so this is evening rush hour, so I don't know whether or not to fret about all this traffic getting off here just yet. I thought we had kind of fixed this place. We kind of slowed down coming in here. Oof, okay, traffic backing up through here. They're on their way down, so if we can give them another outlet from here, kind of down to the highway. Yeah, because the only other place to connect to the highway is way down here. Now we've got the new university area, and when the expansion comes out tomorrow, I'll go ahead and download that, and we'll be working on a university next week. But do we want to give the university its own exit? Probably do. And we probably want to allow some of this traffic to make its way down to the highway in a more central location here. Possibly off this road. Just come onto a circle here. We have room. We can do it. Let's take a look here. The opera has started. Oh, here we go. Now we have some people kind of filing in. Are they waiting to cross? Oh yeah, we have lights. Lights. You guys can cross. People must yield to you. It's the law. Now how many visitors have you had in the last 10 minutes? 24. They'll probably get quite a few more over the next couple hours. We'll check back on it later. Stay home or take the subway. Just get your entertainment on the internet. Tune into the Opera House on Channel 6. Yeah, we're going to try to do something about all this traffic coming through here. Alright, let's pause. I don't want to confuse the highway too much. There we go. Let's also select these trees. We'll just move them for now. Get a double row of trees over here. Maybe we'll get them again later, maybe we won't. Actually, let's just put them up here. There we go. Just like time is frozen. They blink and the road is completely different. Alright, our usual. Not that. Our usual is this. I'm inclined to use this, because it'll work just fine for this purpose. Let's get this electrical line back in here. Come around like that. Our highways here as per usual. This was a pretty easy insertion of one of these traffic circles. Now we don't have anything zoned here either, so we could reshape this if we wanted to. roads here are the toughest part. What I think I'm going to do is actually take out this chunk here and bring the road up to here. Then I think what I'll do is I'll actually just bring this down and we'll use this for the on and off ramp. So actually not that type of road. Let's just do the 2. Like that. In fact, let's bring it back to the node selection. There we go. Bring it to right there. Let's turn around here. Get a better look. In fact, let's bring it down some. This poor car. Usual on, off. This intersection here, all these new intersections that we've created. Let's get rid of the traffic lights. So this was kind of not required, but I wanted to leave it because we had all of these people living in these houses already, and that's high density, so a lot of people would move out all of a sudden if we tore those down. This connection was kind of important because we have the tunnel that comes underneath. Now, one thing that we could do here is we could also back this up just a little bit if we're careful. Grab this. Can I go under? We can. We just have to select it from over here, right? Yeah. Let's bring this back some. Bring this back. No, it's overlapping our road a bit. What I'm thinking here, though, is that we could do another like bypass over to the school. There's no reason for them to have to drive all the way around. We're gonna put more down here. This is actually gonna be redone almost completely. So I'll go ahead and give them a connection here, and then most of this and possibly a lot of this road will be redone with the new university. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll bring this over. Up and connect. Nope, don't unpause yet. That's wonky. We want to connect further down, right here. There we go. So they can drive around if they need to. There's a new intersection there. Let's take this little bit here. Those lights back in. We're not careful. It's like you have to remember to click to turn off the tool, or else the lights will reappear. What I was thinking to do here was to paint in a little bit of a little bit of cement. It's weird though because the cement like doesn't connect to the sidewalk. So you have to like actually put in a park or something to connect that. It like pushes the sidewalk paint all the way down. I don't think anyone's walking on, well they may be. Let's just make sure that they can connect and that they don't get confused. Well now they're all crossing the street, which is fine. But like their pathfinding is actually based on cement connecting. Maybe we can find a little park really quick to connect that. Little plaza. Plaza with picnic tables. You have to place that like here. And then you see how it connects the sidewalk there, and then they may actually start using that more often. It may take them a moment. Sometimes it's good to connect with cement so that they can actually find like pathfinding to walk. Like right here, that would be neat. You just don't want your paint to come all the way down to the sidewalk. There we go, like that. You just have to be really careful. Cool, so this has a bunch of underground parking. We're gonna leave that because that was kind of a neat addition for the university. university area. We've now got this bypass in here. Who's using it? Some cars coming out of town this way. Handy. I like the looks of this. Nice. Is there a game going on? There's not. We would probably see it down here. Opera House still has its show going. Do people still just arrive throughout the show, or are they just already there? 165 in the last 10 minutes. That's cool. Let's check on our trams. They're not all lined up. That's perfect. They're all spaced out. I'm surprised no one's here at the stop. Yeah, let's see how the orange line is doing. This one. Yes. 182. The green line has had more in the last few minutes, but looking at these lines here, 98 people on that bus. Waiting passengers. Okay, so that's a stop. That's how many people are currently waiting there. Where's the nearest one? There it is. It's making its way around. Kind of watching it for a moment. Traffic's not too bad. In fact, not really any in this neighborhood. So I just kind of want to see if the entire stop is facilitated by one bus. Go back to it. There we go. Yeah, they all got on the bus, pretty much. Nice. So this area, Green Street area, this is the low density neighborhood here, high density up here, commercial here, and 150 people were gathered at a bus stop right here, all waiting to make their way down, I would imagine. I don't know that what we did has solved this just yet. I'm wondering if we should tell this. To go down to 4 lanes for this purpose. Here's what I'm thinking. 4 lanes. This one already turns into the first lane. So we can get that spot. There we go. You need to go to here. And then try to get over once you're up here if you need to. Whoa! Okay. That's where you were headed. Sure. I don't think that's where you were headed. The bus line's supposed to go up. Are you going to try to turn and complete your route? We forced it over, but I thought that it would try to merge afterward. You know what we can do here, though? We have another option. We can add bus lanes. Do we have a 6-lane bus? We do. Let's do that just for this area here. That undid what we did here. That's fine. So this lane should be priority for buses. And if it's not by default, we can tell it to be. And then here we can squeeze them buses only in this lane. I think we may have to go here. Let's see. Vehicle restrictions. This lane is buses only. Not really necessary on this side of the road, in fact, so just kind of let that be. But we'll have the buses kind of split off here. They should be the only ones crossing over. I don't know if this is going to make things better or worse. But now you go into here, you go to here, you go to here. So they do have to cross over each other, but it should just be the occasional bus that does that. This lane is forced to turn left. I don't think that that's what we want there, and I think that's what made the bus forcibly go left. We don't want that. Why are you left only? You go straight or left. You just go straight. What is all of the... Oh wow, lots of police. Guys go, you're very noisy. Okay, the bus lane is working. Let's let them clear out. It's going to take a moment. You know what we could also use here? While we're waiting for this to clear out, let's go ahead and put some paths in. We haven't done this in a while. It's been a couple episodes. 1, 2, 3. 2. Just 2 is fine. Is not fine. 3. Kind of thinking I want this to be diagonally here. Here's what I'm thinking. Make like a triangle here. We did already have these, so we can maybe connect this as well. Kind of hard to see, sorry. Adjust the camera here. There we go. So they can walk across if they need to. Bring you down 1, 2, 3. Let's turn off snapping for a moment. Not too steep. No, I think we're good. And then on this side, we can kind of go in both directions. Alright, let's turn that off for a moment so the camera can readjust. I think that got a little wonky there for a moment. But this may solve our issue with all of this pedestrian traffic across here. We just need to tell them they can't cross the road. Why is the Opera House wearing sunglasses? Is it? Oh! I never really looked at it that way before, but I guess it kind of looks like an open bird mouth. Maybe like the chirper. It's got the eyes. Hey! You know, I read somewhere recently that the famous Sydney Opera House apparently has terrible acoustics, and it was just designed to look neat. Yes, that's what I plan on doing. You can't exactly remove the predefined crosswalks, but what you can do is you can set the rules for the intersection to tell them that they're not allowed to cross, and that's what we're going to do. Junction restrictions here. No crosswalks. So you guys need to find your bridge. Make sure that's stuck. It did. Okay. So now we should see them kind of flood over the top. Cheers again. Caffeine free, because it's getting a little late. Alright, so they're crossing here. They don't really have a reason to cross here. They already have an on-ramp here. They don't really walk under the bridge anymore. This lane is waiting a long time to turn out to here. I found caffeine-free Coke, not caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. I'm still looking for a good store in town for caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. So these guys are still waiting to pull across here. They're changing lanes immediately after the bus lane, which is fine. They're just getting out of the way of the bus, which is what I wanted. So we still have plenty of cars trying to make their way through here. How many people are crossing over? Not many. They're either going left or right. Lots of people going right. Let's actually look at the traffic overlay. This intersection is causing problems. This whole strip here is causing problems. We have cars backed up here, cars backed up here. Almost nobody on these side roads. What is the slowdown with turning right here? Honestly, this could use a traffic circle. It is my solution for many things. I don't think we have any unique buildings here. If we do, we're going to find out shortly, but I'm pretty sure this is all painted in. Let's turn off. There we go. Yeah, we have some high density residential, some low density commercial here. I'm okay with putting a circle right here. Yeah, I'm committed. So we want, let's actually just do a 2-lane, one-way with trees. Let's just make it this big. Fingers crossed. Alright, some buildings are gonna move out. Which is fine. Oh, we did have did anarchy some stuff, and we did have a plaza here. So let's go ahead and move that. Move it over here. That is something about that mod, is that it kind of anarchies your buildings in. Or anarchies your roads in. Circle. Okay, now let's let them get unconfused and see if this works out. That didn't really eat up much. We have a dead body waiting for transport. That's probably just because the traffic getting into here has been so terrible. Let's make sure that we don't have any lights. They're going now-ish. They're figuring it out. Yeah, the traffic circle mod doesn't put lights in. We probably need to make this 3 lanes, or 4, to accommodate 3 lanes coming in from each direction, because there's a lot of merging going on. Is there a 4? There isn't a 4-lane one-way though. It must be this like 6-lane one-way, which is so big. You could do highway. I mean, we're not zoning this anyway. We could see how this behaves. I don't think that it behaves well though with intersections. I mean, I'm gonna upgrade it anyway, so let's see. Stopping for pedestrians here too. It's the fanciest parking circle in town. Sorry guys, we're gonna move you out. may have to do the same thing across most of these if we start to see pedestrians choking the traffic on the way in. These intersections being close is kind of a pain. You should be able to just pull on, but you're waiting for this lane specifically. Still just as bad as it was before. They're not flowing on and off like we want them to. Let's restrict these roads a little bit more. 2 lanes on each side coming into the circle. Is that what we wanted here? Yeah. I got rid of the bus lane here. That's already 2 lanes. That's now 2 lanes. So their merging will happen on the road they're coming from. Don't think that they have the rule for pulling into the intersections. They don't. That's supposed to really help traffic circles move more smoothly. So that might have been part of the problem too. Autosave, there we go. That looks a little better. The yield signs, they already auto yield if a car's in their way, so I'm not 100% sure if I want to confuse them with the yield signs yet. This seems to be flowing-ish. A little slow down getting out of the circle, that's fine. Let's get the bus lane back in here, I think that's fine. Let's do the 4-lane version of that. Right there. And we have to make sure to tell it again that the cars that are allowed here, only buses in that lane. Just on that side. Oh my goodness. This looks great compared to what it was before. So there's no sidewalk here because it's highway. So let's go ahead and do paths around here. Let's go ahead and give them a raised path option. This might be kind of neat. It might be kind of tacky. We'll see. So we want to do 2, 3, one of these on each side. Space already occupied by what? This. Park. That's the one we moved. Okay, let's take you. Just a moment, let's move it. Another time. We'll move it over here. I don't know if that'll... I think we're gonna want to do like a thing off of the overpass as well. Now let's move you yet again. Where's a good place for you? Poor park. Too far from where you're at. You were beautifying this area specifically. Hey, you know what? You'll go where a building is right now. You'll go right there. That one building had to move out, but you're good. Okay, back to what we were doing. We were placing our paths. There. Oh, there's a big park here. This one we can move down, I believe. There. And over here. So then we can connect these. And then we just need to give some up and down paths in the right places. If we do it on both sides of the road, then we can block the pedestrian traffic across, which I like the idea of. We're moving so many people out from these buildings, but you know what? Progress is called for. super steep path, but you know what? I'm going to make it happen. Curve the raised paths. Yeah, we can. We can bend them out, make it a circle. That's actually not a bad idea. Thank you very much. I like the aesthetic of that. We're still going to have the little kind of elbows on them. But that actually looks a lot better. I don't know if I like the aesthetic of the really, really steep paths, but I don't have a whole lot of options on this side without really tearing into some stuff. We're going to have to. Cosmetically, we're going to make it happen. Can't have unrealistic paths. We'll at least come out with 3 squares. The path, the walkway, it can be lowered, but 3 squares, or 3 page ups is about the right height so that it doesn't conflict with the street below. Any other like street signs or the overhanging street signs or traffic lights or things like that need at least the 2 spaces above the street, and you have to be up on the 3rd. Let's go ahead and pause. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we get some of these on each side. This is going to be a little tricky to park here, but I think I have an idea. This is the taxi place, right? So I think for both of these, what we'll do is we'll start down here, and then come up like that. And this one, even more tricky. Here's what I'm thinking. We start up here, come down. See if we can come in under here with a curve. Nice. We were able to anarchy that in. So I'm hoping they use this path. Kind of connects there. Now we need to tell each one of these. Oh wow, they're using the overpass already. Nice. Let's tell them that they are not allowed to cross these roads. Definitely don't walk out into the middle of the traffic circle. That was never an option anyway, because that's a highway. So now pedestrians should not be walking across, should not be causing confusion with the cars, making them slow down. This traffic light moves go away. Don't have that traffic backing up into here anymore. That's awesome. So back here. It is 6 a.m. on a Friday, so we're gonna have to wait until we have. Revisit this again. We're gonna have to wait until we have evening traffic again, just to make sure that this is good. But I can already tell, just based on the logistics of it, that it should be good. These are people going to work. Lots of people carrying their lunches, making their way up onto the circle here to come down and go into the subway. We've got about another 15 minutes. So let's try to tackle some other stuff in the city. Let's check on our buses again, because I know that you're going to want to see what they're up to, Matt. Let's see. Green Line, still doing lots of business. Maybe we should convert the Green Line to those larger buses too. A couple of these stops pick up a lot of people. 200 people waiting at this stop. Just above a subway, it looks like. Have a good night, Craig. So let's see, Green Line currently has all these types. Do we want to use the same Urbino so they match, or do we want to try out some other ones? This has a max of 125. Volvo max of 110. Citaro Capacity max of 130. Which one should I try, Matt? Meantime, let me pause and remove these. And actually, if you want to take just a moment to let me know what you think. The biggest bus, the experimental? I agree. I kind of like it. I like how it's snaky. Let me turn the fan on here in my room. It is super hot. One sec. I am back. Sorry about that. But yeah, no. Getting really warm. So let's see. That was the Urbino. So let's add. Let's do 8 of them. Why not? We can afford it. The only downside to adding and removing all of the buses is they all have to pull out. Let's get this No, we're looking upside down here. Yeah, there we go. So they all have to pull out from the main bus stop way down here and drive to their route. But man, I really do like these snake buses. I wonder if they were able to add this mod as part of a... Well, you know, it's got like 3 segments. It's interesting. Like 3 segments that you can actually click on individually. Oh, but the trams do too. So I wonder if that's actually like they somehow implemented tram vehicles as buses. You're not allowed to park on top of people. Man, this high school is full. How's our education doing? That's something we haven't looked at in a long time. Elementary school is kind of down in the yellow. High school is low. Got one down here. Got one up here. Let's add a new high school. Or the alternative high school. Which was the... Is it the community school? No, that's elementary. Institute of Creative Arts is the alternative to high school. Let's add an Institute of Creative Arts. You know what? We could maybe use one over here. In fact, let's place it up on this road up here. There we go. Now we got up into the yellow with high school, so let's get another standard high school. And let's see. Can we fit one down here somewhere? This little not so busy neighborhood. Could I squeeze one in here without tearing down too many buildings? Yeah, let's put one right there. Nice. Elementary, also in the yellow, so let's try to put in a community school somewhere. Elementary is dotted in just about the same as high schools, it looks like, right? No, we're looking at all schools. Okay. So let's put in the community school in the middle here. Can we fit it here? We'll put it on this road. How's that look? Nice. One of the things about our city is that we have a lot of roads that you can't cross over the middle of, which is fine for the industrial areas. We did that intentionally to keep the trucks from blocking each other when they pull in and out of facilities. But this tram road here, cars can't pull across. So if a car's coming from this direction, pulling up this road here, and they want to get to this building, they actually have to find a creative way around. Like they either have to like come up this way and then down, I don't think that they can drive across this midsection. They don't seem to have that much of a problem with it, though. They seem to pathfind the right way to be on the right side of the road when they need to get to where they're going. How's our original neighborhood looking? Where did we originally start? We started right over here, Portis Villa. We still haven't filled out these middle areas very much. Doesn't look very peaceful, though. We have enough parks that we don't have to put parks in here. We may have some creative ideas later. We'll see what happens once we get the university in here. I can't believe that we still have industrial demand. This new industrial area seems to be doing okay. What do you have here? Too few services. Like what specifically? What are you read in? Noise pollution. Health. You don't have a little hospital over here. Okay. Medical clinic. Where's the actual hospital? We haven't put a main hospital down here. So this isn't a bad area to just have a hospital, I would imagine. We can actually just kind of stick it here and it can service the neighborhood and the industrial area. Yeah, let's place it here-ish. Let's use some electricity. I know you need it on that side of the road. In fact, let's just cross you over. Water's good. Electricity, come on. So close, it's so far. There you go. Is that gonna work? Medical should tick down. Well-being is good. Fire watch. Police department. You have a police department and a fire department over here. You should be fine. Yeah, healthcare reaches over there. You're good. That'll go away. I'm confident of it. Okay, on and off the highway. This highway's flowing. With our last 5 minutes here, let's do... I need to fix that. We're automatically trying to get uptime, but the uptime command's not working for whatever reason. Let me actually check. Yeah, that's weird. Like if I type it. That worked. Oh well. Anyway. Yeah, let's do some traffic control with our last 5 minutes here. Let's take a look. Cars coming in here. That's a little iffy. Only like 5 or 6 cars on each side backed up though. This circle is flowing better. I think we have to redo this because we were... Nope, that's good. That's considered straight apparently. If we did this, they'd just get over further back. Some people want to be in the other lane, some don't. I wonder if we can force them to make this decision further back, all the way on this road. It's possible if we just tell them that they have to go straight this entire way. This will be an experiment. It's probably a hotkey for this. Put that on my to-do list. Look up my hotkeys for my mods so this goes a little faster, a little less tedious. Okay, so now these lanes have to stay in their lane the entire time. So that's going to mean that back here they're going to need to choose whether they want to be on the left or the right. Some of them are going to go straight. Some of them are going to cross over. That crossing over is happening here no matter who. It seems to have freed some of them up though, because the ones going to the left lane over here are going straight more often. just wonder if there's a way to keep these like clusters of people changing lanes. If there's a better way to keep that from happening. I'll have to do some research, and we will come back next time with some better options. This is busy, but going okay. No, people are getting back on. What's with that? Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe that was just an optical illusion. Yeah, plenty of people just getting off to go this way. Probably do with an option that goes just kind of like up the side of the hill here. See if we can give them that really quick. Let's give them a little two-lane road here. Let's see if we can make that happen. Let's say, bring the road up to, let's see, forces the ground to follow the elevation of the road. Okay, so bring the road out to here. Kind of starts coming downhill some, that's perfect. And then what I want to do is just kind of bring this down slowly. That is not bad looking. Just gotta drive down the hill. Okay. And then give them an intersection here, maybe. So we come off of this, curve over here, and then here. Little S. Always remember to turn that back off, because that will really mess with your how your roads look when you plop them down later. Yeah, this little connection here. Just fit down a little bit. Love how the trees spaz out when you... I probably shouldn't use spaz. I think that's derogatory. The trees kind of just freak out. So we have some traffic that's able to come up through here. Whether or not that makes things worse here or not, we will see. We're going to have a lot of people crossing over here. Maybe we don't want that. Maybe we want to give them an option to get over there without this. Maybe we do this. Because why not? In fact, we could just do this. I don't see it being so busy that we can't just do a two-lane here and let them just calmly get on and off there. I don't tend to like to make an intersection here. Nah, I just can't get over the fact that it might be terrible. So let's do two. This is the busiest, most complex thing ever, the Cobra. But hopefully this traffic here will, oh man, almost immediately it alleviated some of this. It's complex and it's got a lot of redundant stuff, like this right here shouldn't be necessary. Honestly, a lot of these middle things shouldn't be necessary, but like they really are making it work a little bit better in a lot of these cases. But now we're pushing a little bit more up into the circle, which is what this was meant to prevent. We don't want too much crossing over here, blocking this, so we're just gonna have to keep an eye on this. Just like most of the things in our city, we have to keep an eye on it. But hey, it's been another awesome Monday. Thank you very much for joining me. And, you know, I'm rethinking my Wednesdays because I've been doing Factorio on Wednesdays, and I love Factorio, but I just really don't get many viewers on Factorio. So we tried out the party stream on Thursday, and that went really well. Matt, I saw that you tuned in for that, but the first half of that show I actually didn't have my audio for Discord set up properly, so you couldn't really hear the guys I was playing with. So about halfway through, we got that fixed, and so from the middle to the end, I went ahead and highlighted did that. And you can check that out if you haven't seen it. But I'm thinking I might start doing those party streams on Wednesdays, or maybe every other Wednesday. So that might be pretty cool. So we'll try different party streams. My streams on Mondays tend to be more PG-13-ish. That's just kind of how I roll. But I don't have a hard line against that. Some of the guys I play with, though, the language is a little bit less PG-13, so I don't know if anybody watching really minds that. But anyway, we're going to call it here, and we'll see what we do on Wednesday. This Wednesday might be kind of a finale for Factorio, and then there's a convention that I'm going to this next weekend, just attending as a regular attendee, and then after that we might be able to get our party streams up and going next week. But until then, I'll see you next time.